How's it going, everyone? It is update day, and it's a smaller update, but we do have some quite a few little things coming in. And basically, what Facepunch has said is, hey, this is going to be kind of a small update, but it is putting down the groundwork for a lot of future stuff. And they're working on implementing an entire new AI system. The very first version of that is live and on staging, which we will get to here shortly. And we should see some of it come in along with this update. And yeah, we will cover that here in a minute. But with that, the animals have also seen new models, which we'll also show you. And they are also working on the submarine. There's also still the mission system being worked on, and then we also have the beginning of the contact system being implemented as well. So keep in mind that the stuff that we're getting in this update are just the beginning. Like, especially with the AI system, the AI is just the basic system. The original system was 3 separate AI. Now it is one whole system for all the AI in the game. And it is the groundwork that has been put in. So they are, things are still going to be weird and funky. A lot of old behavior, old sounds, old animations are going to show up. Some new, idle animations have been put in for the animals and so forth. But you'll notice they still do old attacks and use old sounds. That is not staying, guys. That is just something that isn't finished yet. They just want to get the new system in and get it testing. So before we get all into the details more of that, let's show something that is a fun little addition for everyone that likes to do electrical stuff. First thing you will notice, the solar panel has a brand new model. Tom has made up and revamped it, and it looks pretty sexy. You can see all sorts of little wires poking through. We got some electrical tape here and there, even some duct tape, and the panels themselves just look much nicer. So, and that's pretty much the only change there. Our main thing we're going to be showing here is you can now change the color of the wires. So by holding R, or whatever your reload button is going to be if you change your commands, but by default it's going to be R, you can now pick from the colors. So default is still going to be a black wire. So, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. There's the normal wire. Then if we change it to red, and let's go ahead and say red is going to go over to this alarm. So, boom. There we go. Now we've got a red wire running there. And then, then we can go ahead and now change it to green. And this green one is going to go over here into there. And then let's go ahead and make a yellow wire. There we go. And lastly, we can make a blue wire. So let's go ahead and just run it out of here to our turret over here. Boom. And there you go. So you can see the color is much better after you take the tool out. The lines kind of make it a little bit weird to notice the difference depending on the shade of light. But there you go. So now you can keep track of your wires so much easier, and it's just a really nice little system there. And in addition to that, the gardening hose has also seen the same changes, but it only has the 4 colors instead of 5. There is no black hose. There's just the default green, and then yellow, blue, and red, which you can see right here. So there's the default green and the new colors right down here. So yeah, that is just a really nice thing that I feel will help a ton of people with their organization of wires. So let's go ahead and take a look-see at some of the new animal models. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. All the animals except for the chicken have seen a model update, and we're going to go ahead and pop them in here. Like I said, most of the animations and all of the sounds still need to be redone, so keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and start off with the boar. And let's go ahead and fly on over to him. And look at that poofy fur. My last update, the fur was not fully updated. And as you can see, the fur has just really made a difference on him. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him trot away. Hey, where you going, buddy? Man, he just took right off. There's that same goofy run. There he goes. There he goes. But anyways, they are going to be working on more animations and so forth, and new behaviors. So like sleep states you know, awake in a sleep state, frightened, should it attack, you know, this and that is all the kind of stuff they're going to be working on now. So, you know, again, some of these things are still going to be all as wonky as they used to be. They just look better currently. So let's spawn in the stag now, and oh, that one decided to take off on us. Let's just do a bit of a stag stack, as I like to call it. And oh wow, all right, they all took off on us. All right, we're gonna do something a little bit different and go up a bit higher here. And let's see, is he gonna stay for us? There we go. I think we were just too close. So here we go. We've got the new stag model, and it has this beautiful, beautiful fur. Check out that face. No more derpy deer. Definitely looks quite nice. Now, I don't know if we'll be getting female versions of animals. I mean, if it's just for variation or what, but hey, you know, for now, let's take what we can get. And I have to say, the HD update with these update animals just looks so beautiful together. Alright, next up, we are going to spawn in a wolfie here and sail on down, and hopefully we can get to him before these deer wander over, because he's going to want to eat them. But look, the wolf looks like a wolf, guys. Oh, here he goes. Get him. The chase is on. Now, another cool thing is there is a new behavior added to the AI. The stags, if they are solo, will actually group into a group of up to 5 and start, you know, walking around a little herd. And the wolves, if our lone wolves find up to 2 other wolves, they will group up to form a little pack. So, you know, they'll work on those numbers for now and just see how it goes. But that's just kind of the first iteration of it, which is quite cool. And this guy gave up so quickly all of a sudden. He's just like, nah, we're done. But, yeah, there we go. Look at it. It is a proper wolf. No more weird, rad doggy. And lastly here, guys, we've got the bear. And it finally, instead of looking kind of like a weak little black bear, it looks like a proper grizzly now at this point. Look at this thing. He is mean. He is ready to go. Again, sounds are still the old stuff. Man, can you stop moving, please? I'd like to get a better look at this guy here. Alright, fine. You know what? We will try spawning another one. And see if this guy holds still for us long enough. There we go. Hey. Look at that. Definitely a wonderful upgrade. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out how contacts actually work. I'm joined by my buddy Mr. Repug over here. So you'll see our contacts is empty, but as we get close enough to him, it'll show up eventually as seen, right? Or you can also... Whoa. Hello there. You can engage with a wave to each other, and that will also count as seen. And then you now have a white little dot above their head and their name. So, you know, the only thing that's changed is there's now a dot. And that dot stays white or gray or blank, whatever you may want to call it, until you decide who they are. So you can now click on their name under scene, and you've got several options here. You now have their name, and the name will change if they change it. It's tracked by their player ID, so this is another way to follow people who like to change their names, because it will keep changing it with them. You can put some kind of note. I said he was chopping something, looks weird. And then you can set them as friendly, keep them as seen, set enemy, or just completely delete it and, you know, remove them from your list entirely. So I'm going to go ahead and set him to friendly first, and you'll see he now shows up my friendly list. And you'll now notice his name is blue with a blue dot. Now you can see this from a little bit of a distance, but not very far. As you see, I have to be about right here to be able to see it. So that's not nearly as far as the team system. As soon as we back up right here, it's gone, but you can see it from a bit of a distance with a pair of binoculars. So you'll see blue dot, blue dot, blue dot. See there it still is. As he keeps emoting for us. So yeah, you can zoom in with some binos and see it. And then of course everyone's going to ask, does a scope work? And scope doesn't work. So this is actually, as of right now, another use for the binoculars as well. So it's kind of good to give, you know, an item a use like that. Then lastly, if you actually want to add someone to your enemy, it will pop them on over to this list, and you'll now notice that they have a red dot, and when they approach you, their name will be in red. So there you go, guys. That's basically the contact system. This is the first iteration of it, and Facepunch said they plan on doing a lot more stuff for it. It is just the groundwork to something they have some plans with. So we'll probably hear more about that in either the dev blog or see it in next month's update, which they've promised us will be a quite beefy one. So that's going to do it. Thanks, Repug, for joining us and helping us out with this little part. And we'll see all of you guys next time we've got some more info. Stay in tune for that skin video and stay rusty, everyone. Thanks for watching.